All right, what's going on, guys? This weekend we got UFC 307 happening in Salt Lake City, Utah, a place that a lot of people don't like to see fighters fight just because of the elevation. We're gonna have a lot of fighters gassing out, a lot of fighters, getting tired. And to be honest, like I've been seeing a lot of people complain about this card, saying this card was like kind of trash and mid. And honestly, like I don't see the big deal. Sure, there's some fights that aren't the best on paper, but I feel like overall, like in terms of just, it's your average UFC fight card, like it's nothing crazy. Next one, the one in Abu Dhabi, will be a lot crazier just because they always put on a real good card for them. But yeah, I'm not going to talk about all the fights on the card. I'll probably start at like the Stephen Thompson fight just because that's one that has a little bit more hype around it and stuff like that. So that'll be the only prelim fight I really go over. First fight of the night, we got Stephen Thompson versus Joaquin Buckley. And to be honest, I'm a little nervous for Stephen Thompson. Just because he's older, he's a little older. He's not coming off of the best wins. He beat Kevin Holland like 2 fights ago, and then he lost to Shafkat. And his weakness is wrestling, and we've seen Buckley like improve his ground game and stuff like that. His ground and pound's gotten a lot better too. I feel like there's some hope for Thompson just because he's so tough and he's crafty. I feel like if anyone can find a KO, like I feel like it could be him. I could see him winning by TKO, but man, I feel like the strength and the speed of Joaquin Buckley are going to be too much for Thompson. Yeah, I got Buckley winning by decision. Like I said, I feel like Wonder Boy, he could find a way to pull this out. But I feel like Buckley, he has the momentum and he just has that drive right now. He's still young. So Thompson, I feel like this might be his last fight. If it is, I feel like he's had a really good career. And there's nothing to be ashamed of, But yeah, overall, I feel like I got Joaquin Buckley winning this one by decision. Yeah. And this next one, we got Kevin Holland versus Roman Dolidze. And man, a lot of people with this fight, just because they saw Dolidze move up to 205 and put a clinic on Anthony Smith, they think that he's gonna be the same, like have that same kind of willpower at 185, But I feel like Kevin Holland, he's rangy, he has a good ground game, he's gotten better at his wrestling, and he has pretty good submissions. So I feel like overall, I could see Holland winning this by a decision or submission. Dolidze, I feel like he's a little sloppy on the feet, kind of. Well, let's see how he's he's been training in like the mountains and stuff, so we'll see how his gas tank holds up. Probably not the worst, honestly. And Holland, he might start fading as the rounds get a little later, because we've seen him he'll settle for positions, or he'll accept certain things, whereas I feel like Dolidze will kind of keep moving forward the whole time with trying to mix up the game, whether it's like striking and then shooting a takedown. But I feel like Holland's better at 185. I don't know. I feel like he's rangier. He has better striking. He'll be able to fend off some takedowns. Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna go with Kevin Holland to win by probably decision as well. Decision or submission. I could see him taking the back or getting some kind of Darce choke or something. So I see him winning by decision or submission. All right, in this next fight, we got Vieira versus Kayla Harrison. And to be honest, I feel like this is just tailor-made for Kayla Harrison to get it done, just to line her up for the winner of the co-main event. Because, man, she's got to be the best 135er, best 135er, as a woman, I feel like she's going to be faster, stronger. She's going to have better, submission game. And I feel like that's where Vieira tries to take it sometimes. She tries to clinch it up, and I feel like if she tries to do it with Harrison, she's gonna get freaking judo toss. Yeah, man, I feel like this one's just because when you compare their wins, like Vieira hasn't really beat anyone notable. She lost to like Raquel Pennington, who's not even the best fighter. So I feel like Harrison's gonna win this one either by ground and pound or submission. This is just tailor made for her to win it, really. I don't really see this being much of a challenge for her, but I've been really wrong before, so who knows? But I feel like Harrison's gonna get this done, like by default. And this next fight, we got Jose Aldo versus Mario Bautista, and I see a lot of people picking Jose Aldo just because he's the vet. He's everyone's favorite fighter, really. But man, I got such a bad feeling about this because Bautista's on what? He's on a 6-fight winning streak. He's I don't know, man. I feel like he's the younger, fresher fighter. Aldo, this is only his 2nd fight back out of retirement. He did good against his last fight, but his last retirement fight is when he fought Merab in Salt Lake City. So I think this might be like another go again at that, where we just kind of see the elevation take effect on him. I'm really hoping not, because man, because Mario's submission game is like kind of what's carrying him at this point. And I feel like Jose has good takedown defense. He doesn't really go on it, like get to the ground too often, because he's so good. Like he defended 16 of the shots that Merab shot on him. So man, plus he's a natural 145er, Jose Aldo. And he's cutting down to 135. Even though he looks good at 135, I still feel like he's too big for the weight class. So he'll have this size and strength advantage over Mario Bautista. But I feel like Bautista has so much momentum behind him. He's he really knows how to mix it up as well. I feel like Aldo, he's really just going to be going for leg kicks. And if the crowd gets behind Aldo, I could see him winning a decision, because the judges might sway the fight in his favor because they hear the crowd's reaction and stuff. But I feel like Mario Bautista is gonna win this one. I could see him out striking Aldo and winning this by decision. But I'm really hoping I'm wrong. I'm hoping Aldo comes out here and just starches this guy, because he's calling out Sean O'Malley for his next fight, which I think would be a really good fight. So I'm hoping that fight like ends up playing out. So I'm hoping Aldo wins, but I really genuinely feel like Mario Bautista has this one. So I got to go with Mario Bautista. And then the co-main event, we got Raquel Pennington versus Juliana Peña. And man, same kind of similar thing here. Is like I want Juliana Peña to win, just because I feel like her versus Kayla Harrison would be a really entertaining fight in terms of like the build-up and stuff like that. And I feel like Pennington's just kind of boring. She doesn't really do much to sell the fight. She's a decision merchant. Like, she doesn't really finish fights, you know. I mean, Peña's last win was when she beat Nunez, and her last fight in the octagon was 2 years ago. So we'll see like if she has ring rust, because it has been a very long time since she's fought. And another reason why I'm just leaning towards Raquel Pennington is I just have that image in my head when when Juliana Peña fought Nunez, when she's just running at her, like throwing 1-2s, and she just gets dropped like a Looney Tunes character. So I feel like she's probably going to lose this one, but I do feel like Peña winning would be a lot better for the sport and women's MMA in general, just because she's more entertaining. She at least tries to sell the fight. But that being said, I got Raquel Pennington winning by decision. I feel like she's gonna outstrike her. I don't know about like we'll see how they do like in terms of like wrestling. I don't know like who would have the edge in there, but I feel like Raquel Pennington is just gonna win this by a very boring decision, similar to Shevchenko, her last fight, but a lot less technical, I'm saying. And then the main event of the night, we got Alex Pereira defending his light heavyweight title against Khalil Rountree. And man, this is one of those. I feel like this is one of those extreme underdog fights that like no one thinks Rountree's gonna win, and I just feel like he's gonna go out there and knock out Alex Pereira. I got such a bad feeling about this, which wouldn't be the worst thing in the world because Rountree, he definitely has a story to get behind, and he's a hard worker for sure. But man, I just want to see Alex keep reigning as champ. I want to see him keep adding on to his defenses. I think Rountree, all he really has going for him is going to be his athleticism, his explosivity, and that big overhand right, you know. I feel like Alex is the more technical striker. He's quicker. He will be able to read him a lot easier. His distance management's going to be better. His kicking's going to be better. His power is more. Man, and every time Rountree loses, it's via TKO or something like that. So I feel like this has the makings. Like on paper, Alex Pereira should win this, but something just tells me like Khalil's gonna win it. And like some people are like, they're just saying like this is an easy fight for Alex, like just to add to his legacy. But I feel like Khalil Rountree, he's no joke, you know, like, oh my gosh. Yeah. With all that being said though, I still got Alex winning by KO. Within 2 rounds too. I feel like Alex, he's faster, quicker. He's everything that you need for a striker in MMA, you know? He's like the epitome of an MMA striker. And if Khalil decides to stand and bang with him like he's been claiming he's going to do, I don't think there's many people on the planet that could like win that battle. He has to shoot for some takedowns if he's going to give himself a chance. But I don't think, like we've seen it time and time again, everyone wants to stand with Alex, but I just see Alex knocking him out inside 2 rounds. But I've been way wrong before, so that's going to do it for this video. I appreciate you guys so much for watching, especially if you made it to the end. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Let me know your picks. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, do all that crazy nonsense. Until next time,